Hey, what's up, everybody, man? It's another episode of the D Start Show, man. Hey, look, man, last week we was talking about finances, man, putting credit in kids' name. Hey, I got another one for the group, man. First, I'm going to introduce the group, man. Hey, what's up, Jordan, Big Keith, Calvin, and Yetta is with us tonight. What's going on with your team? Hey, like I was telling everybody, man, last week we was talking about finances, putting things in kids' names and stuff like this, man. I want to ask you a question. How do you feel about if you got someone that's deceased and somebody was living with them, and now they making their credit bad, even though they gone?
I just
Wait,
feel like all right.
go ahead. I didn't understand the question.
No, the
How
question
would you
is,
feel if
go,
somebody got some bills and somebody named that died?
yeah, the person don't die, but you was living with them. You was living with them now, and you kept the utility bill, the phone bill, all that stuff in that person's name, but now you just running it up bad and ain't paying the shit, ain't paying on time. It ain't affecting you. How you feel about that?
Mm,
It ain't shit else you can do to them.
that's
Shit.
yeah, but it's like morally,
Fact, you know what I'm
Hey,
talking about.
I just don't feel.
hey. Oh, I'm sorry, Kiana. Go ahead.
I just don't feel like what would be the point?
I just think that's rude as hell, man. To run somebody credit up, man, that's already gone. You know, hey, like you said, you can't do nothing to them, man. But hey, that person must really didn't do. Hey, you must really didn't give a damn about that person.
I tell you one thing, B. You end up in jail. That's fraud.
No,
Whether they did or not, that's fraud, B.
But how is that fraud though?
Because
because
it's fraud.
somebody's information. Because even though it was set up, once they're deceased, all of that is supposed to be changed out of their name. All accounts are supposed to be closed.
But think
Um,
about
just I'm gonna say how I feel on a realist standpoint. I know, like morally and everything, I do feel like it's incorrect to be just like fucking over somebody stuff. But if you have a close one that's deceased, let's say, i.e., a father, a mother. One thing that I think about that black people don't think about that white people do think about is you cannot die with a 800 credit score. When you die, when you gone, if you don't have authorized users on their account, that credit is gone nowhere. Which is why a lot of people put authorized users on their account, because once they gone, what you do with it, I mean, it's nothing that they can do about it. It's nothing that's going to affect them other than the fact that they're gone.
Okay.
Uh, I guess my point and my stance on it would be to, like, for instance, if a close family member of mine had passed away, and I know while they were here, they would have done the same thing for me. I'm not saying I would have fucked somebody money over, but I'm not saying I wouldn't use their credit score if I had access to it, and I know that if they was here, they would have did it for me. I'm just
Oh boy, that's wild.
no, I'm just really sure. I'll be honest, because, like, let me give you an example. If my cousin, who was my ace boon, lived with me, I know they had an 800 credit score. They trust me with all the information. Once they go on to pass, especially if I know what type of person they are, and they wouldn't mind, because a lot of people are in the mainframe. And once the mind frame, and once I'm gone, I'm gone. I don't, like, whatever. If we needed a washing machine and dryer, or we needed a stove,
We.
I'm not saying going shopping on their stuff, but like,
that what it sound like.
She
that's
said, "What
not
it
That's what it
sound
that's
like?"
sound
not
like.
going like on a shopping spree to me. That's getting a necessity. That's getting a necessity. And the person was here, and they would have did it while they was here.
My dog said, "We."
Um, I don't know. I don't think it's like I don't think it's like a big thing. I think it's kind of like a getting over type of thing. But you're not fucking them over if they're not here anymore. I'm just
So,
being
I,
honest.
so you'll do that fraud time?
I mean, is it really fraud if you guys
hell
share the
yeah.
same last name? If you guys are brother and sister? If you guys, I mean, it is still fraud if all those
There you
things. If
go.
you
Hey,
got
you got to
married,
think
if you
about it.
got married, it's fraud. But as far as the deceased person goes, I don't think it's a big deal unless they was that type of person that would think it was a big deal. I think as long as you use it in good use, as far as things that they would want you to have anyway while you're here. I ain't talking about going buying bags, shoes, cars, luxury items. I'm talking about, like, maybe a dishwasher, a stove, a refrigerator, a washing machine, a dryer.
So just all the big ticket items.
I mean, all the shit that is a necessity to live.
All right, guys. We're gonna let everybody give a comment on this, man, and we're gonna get on topic tonight. I'm sorry I got us off topic. What you got to add to it?
I feel like you might as well throw a house in there at that point. If you're not the person out, like,
I mean, but you obviously cannot get a house in somebody's name that's deceased. I mean, they obviously catch on to that. But if you got a credit card, I'm whatever.
You said it's okay to get a credit card. Hell no. Kevin, how you feel? Go ahead.
You have to ask their permission. If they're dead, you can't be like, well, I felt like they was a good person and they would have let me use it anyway. Because what if that was the one item? Like, no, you're not finna get a $12,000 stove in my.
Okay, what's going to happen? If anything happens, who's going to reap the cost, the benefits, or the consequences? The person that did it, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, morally, I wouldn't even think to do something with somebody else's credit while they dead and can't give me permission. Like, that's just.
I mean, I don't think you should do it with somebody that don't. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If like my grandfather just recently passed away, if I needed a stove, he would buy me a stove. He wouldn't care if I used his credit card to go get a stove, but not like a purse, a bag. I would ask, but just for me and my sense, I know that I would ask, but I know the answer would be yes.
What if things like no, like
I mean, but what fault to them is going on if they're not here?
Well, y'all hell, man.
Morally,
I'm saying it's fuck. I am saying it's fucked up to think about doing. But if you have things that need to be done, I mean, let me shut the fuck up.
It sounds like Scammer and Akiva coming out.
It's real strict around here, and I'm just being honest. Like, if that was like my family member that I know would do it for me while they was here, then I probably wouldn't think twice. Like, okay, let me go ahead and go do this and XYZ. But this the thing. White people do it all the fucking time, and we're not like talking about what's morally correct. That's literally how they keep wealth in their family, by making sure that when people leave, it's a certain amount of time before credit cards access get cut, account access get cut, and all that stuff. I'm not being funny.
Go ahead, Joy.
Wait, we talking about being an authorized user on a credit card or having
not even authorized. I'm just saying it's people know loopholes and ways to get stuff done that really doesn't affect them unless you're trying to get like millions, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, and things like that.
But you said white setting up generational wealth, and if we talking about like they had their kids set up on their credit card, so yeah, you could go buy whatever it is you want. You didn't need nobody's permission. If they die, depending on the credit card company, they either gonna close that account because the primary holder is deceased, or they'll let you keep it open because one of the holders is alive. But at the don't need nobody's permission because you're the authorized user on the account.
Well, yeah, it's fraud either way you think about it. I'm not trying to be a bitch about it, but it's fraud either way you think about it. But my thoughts is if they're gonna close the accounts anyway, then they're gonna write off what's on there after a certain date. If you know what date they're gonna do it, get what you guys need as a family or as loved ones to make sure that y'all straight. I ain't talking about long lost cousins, long lost aunties and uncles, but like your kids, your grandkids, your wife.
18. Hey, audience, man. Hey, this not the views of the D Start Show. Them are the views on the Keith.
Hey, I gotta say that. My thing is, Nike, bro. I'm thinking about this. If a Ben knew you and you know what I'm saying, they had a bunch of stuff and they had money, they would have left you something.
Okay, let me put it in perspective like this. If you were to die unexpectedly, Lord forbid, and you might not have got time to put everything in your girl name or whatever like that, you mad if she used the credit card when you gone and passed away? Hold on. To go make sure that she got a stove or a wash machine. That's why I did reiterate. Not like long lost family, not like a cousin, like a wife, a child, a grandchild. You gonna be tripping if she goes to like this.
But if it's a wife, it's not illegal because that's her husband. So
I didn't say wife though. I did not say. I said for example, but I'm talking about for him for Jordan, like I'm just using the example. If he was to go prematurely, unexpected, and his girl was to use his credit card while he's deceased, would you be mad? No, living now in your mind, would you be mad at that?
I'm gonna say this, bro. I probably would be upset just because it's fraud. And if I just died, somebody got to take care of them kids. You can't be committing fraud, bro. And, bro, this is the thing. And we talked about this on one of the shows, bro. Set your people up to be right. The way I got my life set up, if something happened to me tomorrow, they'd be took care of. But
yeah, that's the right way for sure. I'm just saying everything don't go like everything don't
go. I get it. I wouldn't be mad, but I would hope that she wouldn't commit fraud just because she needed some stuff versus taking the right channels to do it. Because how the government coming, identity theft probably carry a charge of like 15 years.
It's a felony. But what I was going to say is that this just brings me to the notion of if one person died, your whole life shouldn't be in shambles. This is why everybody should always have a backup or should always have something in their pocket that they can live on after.
Of course. I didn't say anybody's in shambles, but it could have been needs that needed to be handled before that person passed away prematurely. I'm just really giving perspective. And this is
like if you just depending on that one person dying just made you not be able to handle the that you needed, like you needed a stove, you refrigerator, a carburetor.
But it's a lot, like, let's be real, it's a lot of chances and predicaments where there is one breadwinner and there's one breadwinner in the family. I mean, yeah, we shouldn't be thinking like that, and that shouldn't be the case, but let's be honest and realistic on what happens in a lot of families. There is one or maybe two breadwinners that are typically the ones who do X, Y, Z. Not maybe the new generation of us younger people, because we got more outlets and like we're more aware, but like ages 70 to maybe 50, maybe even 40. That's what the case may be. So I'm just playing devil advocate right now on kind of letting y'all know, but like, if I was in a predicament where I didn't have any options,
gotta do what you gotta do.
I would do what I have to do to make sure that me and mine is okay, and worried about how the deceased would feel. I wouldn't do anybody wrong. I'm not saying I'm gonna fuck over, I'm gonna, whatever. But when I say like immediate family, mother, wife, kids, whatever, grandkids, whatever, and only needs, it might be something that you might need to take a risk to do.
All right, guys. All right, man. We got a good topic tonight, man. Jordan, introduce the topic. We already got some comments in the topic already in the chat already. So.
Man, first of all, we got quite a few things to touch on. I know originally in the meeting we planned about lyrics, and I still want to touch on that. I do have some very questionable lyrics, but I found out about the Drake Kendrick beef like after we had the meeting, and it's a lot, bro. And we're not gonna cover it all on today's call, but it's going too far, and even some of the music execs think that it's going too far. We ain't gonna touch on that just yet. I got a couple other videos y'all sent, but let's read these comments first, man. It says Angel Hall, a Hole, I guess that's Hole. Off topic, Remy Ma or Monica, who will win in a fight? Monica, she's from Atlanta, and they call her Gonica.
Monica. They call her Gonica.
Monica, because she carry a Glock. Like, Monica is sorry.
So, Monica or Remy Ma in the fight, who y'all got, man?
I definitely got Monica. She's going to shoot your
and
ass.
like a fight, like a hint, because when you talking about a fight, are we talking about guns?
That's what say a fight.
I don't know. Why Remy Ma, though? Where'd she come from?
Maybe because they both female rappers. No,
they're not rappers. They sing. Well, Monica's a singer.
Oh well, it's like
if they would have said Monica, I definitely got Monica for sure.
I'm still giving Monica in a fight because people always underestimate the little ones, especially little hood ones, and they got a lot of the speed and the power.
Hey, speaking on that Keisha Cole piece, matter of fact, hold on, the same person, Angel Ho, asked us were we alive in '96 when Tupac passed.
I was one, babe.
I was alive. I was about alive.
I was two.
D probably was like 12. I was one.
I was one.
Yeah, nah.
Hey, Calvin, you shut the hell up, bro. Hey.
Heard about
I wasn't born.
Oh, you wasn't? Oh, 96.
No.
You weren't
born? No, I was born in '98.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Damn.
Oh, my money real long. That's all that matters.
Hey man, Kenyatta funny.
All right.
So why Kenyatta brought up she brought up Keisha Cole. Y'all been seeing what's going on with Keisha Cole on social media?
Keisha Cole needs to go find her somebody that love her for her.
Love.
A lot of people been saying she don't look good for her age. I think Keisha Cole look good.
I think
Keisha Cole look fantastic.
Hey, put a picture up then. Put a picture. Hey, show the world how Keisha Cole
I
look.
feel like looks not the problem. I feel like her mindset is probably the problem. She went through a lot of trauma in her life. Like it was all like put out to the world when she had that show.
Trauma in your life.
Like she knows what that looked like. So she but what I will say is when you're a celebrity, it looked like you date a lot, but all her relationships was long term, like years. They didn't have like I was dating this man for 6 months, when dating another man for 7 months. They was all years. So I don't know.
I do feel like in this last situation, I feel like she dates young.
Just a hopeless romance. She's just a hopeless love person. Like
you got that 5.
I mean, that's cool. She dates young though.
Yeah,
when you date young, you gotta expect like young drama. So like how you say his name? Huncho
and Glauciana.
Yeah, so Huncho and Gloss situation, them going back and forth in the chain and the pictures. I was like, girl, you 42. You supposed to be somewhere sitting down your moo. Not even sitting down. You ain't got to sit down. But you ain't supposed to be going back and forth with no
damn child.
No child.
You're going back and forth with children at this point.
Who y'all calling children? Because they about my age. I'm a grown man.
No, we're talking about children.
She's 40. Like, she old enough to be their mama, like, if she had them at the age of 15 or something. Like,
it's giving children.
So you said getting children vibe.
Arguing with kids. She's not even arguing with nobody. She literally just said, like, I don't want nothing to do with that. It is what it is. She said, like, I seen the video.
But she also like Kenyatta fake trolling. Not trolling, but like, okay, you saying I want nothing to do with that, but then after Glauciana make a post, you making a post on his chain, we at the casino, and it's just giving childish vibes. It's giving like Snapchat, like you go, I go, you go, I go.
What's the problem?
Celebrity, like she gotta stir up some controversy or some type of eyes on her. That's why she literally said, like, dang, all eyes on me. Like, I wish I had a project or a song to drop. And
she should have. That would have been a smart thing to do, babe.
Marketing wise, yeah, that would have been smart. But you kind of didn't get to capitalize on that moment. So it's like, how long are you gonna let the moment last?
Yeah.
But I just like that stuff was just real petty. Even Glauciana like posting the screenshots of their messages, it didn't give like, what are you trying to prove exactly? I get it was a song. They did a song that had a video. So she posted pictures. But then when the whole world started speculating about it, then it was like she came out with these text messages talking about he was trying to get me back. But the text messages was that he was mad that he messed up with you. You was telling him you moved on and that y'all want to be friends. And that was it. Like, it didn't really say much. So
but Kenyatta, given the age group, she's younger than us. Glauciana. So given the age group, that's what to be expected, really, for me. Just being like a realist in a situation, like that's what to be expected for me, that she would be posting those type of screenshots. But at 42, you should have to read through the lines.
Nikiva, if you had to put her in the age group on this platform, who age group she in?
Who?
Who? Keisha Cole?
No, not Keisha Cole. I know who.
She in Calvin's age group.
Calvin.
Okay.
Hey, so y'all, I got this.
What was the reason you said that?
Because it's just your age group.
No. Let him answer that.
Oh.
Hey, we got to move on, man. We on the clock.
hey, hold on. Before we move on, I want y'all to see this, bro. I want y'all to see this, man. So look, this is what it looked like. This Keisha in the middle, this Huncho on the side, and
Keisha got it all day.
Gloss
like
up.
A AI figure. Like
Keisha got it all day.
He looked like a video game character.
Who that? You talking about Gloss?
He looked like the dude off of Grand Theft Auto when he
Wait, who?
Yeah, that real.
You talking about Huncho on the end over here? Bro.
That's what he looked.
He looked like Squidward's house. That's what everybody said.
You funny, bro.
The girl on the left here, the first girl. Hey, she look like she got a shit or something.
No,
she look alright, but I don't think she being Keisha.
No, real talk. That's all makeup. She ain't got Keisha.
No, hold on. Let me say something.
She's pretty without makeup. She's
very pretty without makeup. And let me say something. I think that let's not be like crazy about the situation. Keisha does look very good for her age. Like she's really popping her shit for her age. But at what point? And I feel like Jordan, this is really when you should be chiming in with your bullshit. Like at what point?
Hey, you know what?
And at what age is we gonna sit out the bullshit conversation? Because why are you playing hopscotch with these 25 and 24-year-olds and you're 42? You better be sitting on your phone.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
Hold on. Time out. And Kiara, hold on 1 second. So we in like the age of the cougar now. So I have nothing to say because we got Dre with a baby with a 22-year-old. Hold up. Who else we got a baby with a young man? It's another dude out there got a baby by somebody that's like 50 years old at this point. I think
it's not about that, but just like y'all was talking shit about Drea.
No, we wasn't. I said, hey.
D wasn't. D's like,
listen.
Now I just feel like Drea we was giving her slack because of the stuff she was saying in the interviews, like that she don't plan on being with him. She just wanted a baby with him, etc. Keisha Cole, we didn't even know that she was dating dude until she hit the fan for real.
Keisha Cole in love for real.
And then when she said she literally said, like, I'm confused on what's the hoopla about because I've been saw this video. It's from a music video. I love the song. I was hyped for them to release it. Then when Gloss tried to get funny and key with the screenshots, then that's when she started like, all right, let me post some more. Let me say some more because this nigga's still sitting right here. Like, let's not play in my face.
I just don't feel like
cool she should be. She wasn't even trying to be funny.
No, I agree. I just don't feel like she should really even need to be involved in the level that she was because I kind of keep up with it. So the whole back and forth, like videos on live, I got his chain on, you got his chain on, you got a video and a picture, I gotta be on a picture. I just think it's a little juvenile for somebody of her age and her stature. I just wish she would be like on a boss up side a little bit more. But I mean, not to say that she a bad bitch and like, you know, all reality she is, but I'm just saying as far as the game that they play and the back and forth that they doing, I think it's just like a little juvenile for her age group.
I'd have to agree.
Hey, I don't disagree with you, but I think the Cougars is up, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. They've been getting these young bloods to do whatever they want to do. So I'm not really mad at the Cougars, but again, the Cougars also understand if messing with them young boys, like you gonna have to know that he probably gonna, you feel me, do his thing.
It's a game to be played.
Can't guarantee. I'm just saying she probably putting that thing on.
Come on now,
put that thing on.
But
I feel like a lot
box don't make a man stay, bro. Box do not make a man stay at all.
They don't. We had that conversation.
100%. It does not.
It do not.
So, what's next on the agenda?
Hey, so
I can't wait.
We got suspect rap lyrics now, and it don't even just gotta be rap lyrics. So I didn't see none of y'all send me something, but I was rapping with D on the phone before the show, bro. Man,
what?
Y'all remember the song?
Eat booty like grocery.
Yeah, that's what D was talking about. Y'all remember the song "Supposed to Be" by Omarion and Chris Brown?
Eat the booty like groceries.
But
like, what are we talking
that's
about?
not a shock.
I mean, it ain't that, but it's just like
what's not shock? Eating booty like grocery or what?
Niggas they been eating ass.
They eat ass. Like,
but we put this in songs, not this wild, what?
Eating booty like grocery.
And like, there's been so much worse being said. Like, it's been so much worse.
What y'all got?
Otis, stand up in it.
I really can't think of none off the top of my head, to be completely honest, because this beef has really consumed at least a 50% part of my brain for the past.
Kendrick and Drake been going crazy like every other day.
But y'all remember? Go ahead, Kenyatta. What you said?
Because I've been kind of like trying not like to at least challenge people on how they think about it. Because me and my guy obviously been talking about it, and we have the same opinion. So it's like I gotta talk to people that don't have the same opinion as me. So that would be like Kendrick Lamar fans. I'm a big Kendrick Lamar fan. So for them two to be beefing, they both are great rappers. I felt like, what was this for? I'm like, I felt like Kendrick really ain't dropping no music in a while. He really just wants to stir up some controversy. Okay, cool, great. But then once it started getting to like serious allegations, I was just like, so what my question is because I feel like an allegation is an allegation. We saw the stuff with R. Kelly, it was an allegation until it was proven true. Like we kind of just all suspected it. The stuff that's being said about Drake has been suspected or said since who knows how long at this point, like that he likes young girls or whatever the case may be. Oh, cool, great. Mm-hmm. But I said, do y'all believe it more because Kendrick Lamar talks like a poet and it sounds more serious and believable? Because I'm like, this has been said before. This ain't the first time it's been said. Drake has been in hella rap beefs at this point. He went back to back with Meek Mill, Pusha T, who else? Like, so it's like, why are y'all? And people can't give me a straight answer. It's just like, well, y'all don't want to believe it because it's Drake. And when black women, when we try to protect black women, y'all don't want to be protected. How the fuck is you protecting me from Drake? Protect me from my local pedophile, please. That would probably be more appreciated. Y'all trying to protect me, I'm never finna come across because y'all know how I feel about celebrities. We don't know these people.
You don't.
So everything, especially rap beef, I don't take rap beef serious. They are allegations because how can I prove that to be true besides like personally being in these people's face? Where'd you get this from? Like if we're talking about rap beef, Tupac told Biggie that he fucked Faith Evans and that never happened. And everybody was so up in arms about it and believed it. And it was like, it was because it made for good lyrics. It made for good controversy. It was like, yeah, nigga, he fucked your white West Side. Like,
no, he said, fat nigga, I fuck your bitch.
No, he said first.
No, he said first I fucked your bitch and then click you.
And the click you.
Yeah.
He said something, but I fucked your wife.
Hey,
so you claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. We bust some bad boys, niggas fuck for life.
Bad boys fuck for life. Keep word. Bad boys fuck for life.
And listen, why y'all
like that was rap beef back then. And it's like they did take that serious. If you saw the whole country was divided because of Tupac and Biggie, you was on one side or another. And niggas was in the street blasting this shit, riding past each other, blasting it. And that was all it was. Like niggas was doing like small riots and shit at concerts.
No, I don't think that's all it was because niggas died behind it. They're both dead.
Damn.
But what I'm saying is that it still has not been proven that they died because of their rap beef.
No,
so they died before they died.
Hey, we know why they died, but we ain't bringing it up on this show.
Hey, listen,
well, it's like, but now we see how rap beef was. So for us to be taking it so serious when we all supposed to be more consciously aware and we all got access to like real life shit. I hate when people get fanned out and they start doing stuff in real life that they do not know.
I agree with that part. I definitely feel like with the Kendrick and Drake beef, I almost feel like, and this is just my personal theory, I almost feel like it's propaganda, but it's real propaganda. I feel like it's fueled dislike on both parties, but they're knowing that it's going to be a positive outcome for both of them to keep on dropping this music, dropping these disses, you know, whatever. It's going to get listened to by both parties because people want to comment on it. People want to have commentating on it. There's going to be TikToks on it and stuff like that. So both parties are able to make money. Now, do I feel like it is really warranted? I don't know. To be honest, when I really think back of what I was thinking about before this happened, it came out of nowhere. Like I didn't give a fuck. Like it came out of nowhere. If I'm thinking about like the events leading up, I didn't give a fuck about none of this going on. But now that it's happening, I have been listening to both sides. And if we're just talking about lyricism, I think they both got great things to bring to the table. It just depends on what you like to listen to and what you like to get into. But as far as like the actual what beef is real beef from 1990s looking real different from the beef from 2024. I mean, we on the internet all day.
You know what though? Hold on, man. I think that beef is one thing, but at this point, these are allegations that Kendrick is bringing up towards
allegations is really beef though, saying that I fucked your wife or you this type of nigga and you that type of nigga and you.
But now what I'm saying is some of this stuff that Kendrick talking about may or may not be able to be proved, and that's really like part of the issue here. Y'all know I ain't the biggest Drake fan now. You know what I'm saying? I just say I ain't the biggest Drake fan out here. However, realistically speaking, I'm very questionable on Drake because after the whole coming out with the fingernails painted, after Rick Ross had started this whole BBL Drizzy drama with saying he got a nose job.
BBL Drizzy.
Hold up. And then after Kendrick that came out and said that he lives a questionable lifestyle type of deal. And may also be having some people who is kind of, and I don't want to say that word on our show because I don't want to get flagged or nothing, but some people who prey on children in his camp, I'm not saying it's true or not, but I'm like, damn, bro, like how, like, and it sounded like from the beef that Kendrick was taking jabs at Drake and Drake was kind of slowly trying to clear it up, but Drake did allude to Kendrick Lamar beating on his wife.
And nobody believed it, which was wild to me. I'm like, because y'all don't take Drake as a serious rapper, so y'all like,
I don't know.
And Drake
I'm not discounting nothing. I
just take it as these are punchlines. This is what they supposed to do when they dissing each other. They gonna say anything and hope that you believe it.
They take whatever they see or whatever they heard and they make punchlines out of it. I agree with you.
That's what niggas did now.
I've heard that before, but is that Kendrick Lamar ain't been in no beefs, and I am no way shaming Kendrick Lamar because I actually love him. He's a great rapper. But how I feel about his tracks is that you ain't had no rap beef. I ain't never heard about Kendrick being in a rap beef ever. And if I'm misspeaking, like, please correct me. But I've never seen Kendrick Lamar be in any rap beef. Any album mixtape that he dropped, he ain't never had no rap beef. And it's partially because can't nobody fuck with him. He's a great lyricist. But just choose to like take pop shots at J. Cole and Drake talking about fuck the big three. Nigga, it's just big me. Like what happened? That you was so upset.
But that's not unusual though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Before this all went down, I was like, what the fuck went on? Like, I was like, living my life.
Notice, like, Kendrick has been losing his footing. When he came, like, the same fans from ADHD and Good Kid, Mad City is not the same fans that listen to Damn and How to Pimp a Butterfly. Like, I don't listen to either one of those albums. That don't mean I'm not a Kendrick Lamar fan. It's just he shifted how he raps and who he rapping to. It's just not me. I'm not the audience.
But so J. Cole came after
that audience.
A whole lot of people, bro. J. Cole came after like damn near a lot of artists in the song, same type of deal. And I don't think it's more so about like who's coming for whoever the hardest. I think that when we start really talking about accusing people of doing certain things and being this menace to society, I think that's way deeper than just saying like, "Oh, your bars suck, you don't get no hoes." You feel me? Like it's a difference.
What would be the point for Kendrick to do what he? And that's when I started listening to the rap beef, I'm like, "Oh, this is a real ass rap beef." And then it started getting very, very, very personal. And I was like, is this no longer rap beef? Like, do y'all niggas really have a personal issue where y'all need to squad up and fight?
No, it's giving like you being at the family reunion and it's getting too deep between your cousins.
Like punching your pearls, like dang, when that happened or etc. But the stuff that he did is the same stuff we've been to about Drake. But my thing is that if you genuinely feel like this man is a pedophile, call the police. You telling us like it's not gonna make his fans go nowhere because most people are not deeply invested in people's personal lives. But
look at Killer fans.
Pedophile. Well, we shouldn't support drug addicts either. But half the rappers we listen to is full blown drug addicts. We shouldn't listen to alcoholics. They full blown alcoholics. Listen for the music. Take the music. Be a fan, and that's it. When people start really interpreting like or taking in that person's personal life, what they do, how they treat their people, etc., it's like. They're paid to entertain.
You know what, Kiana?
Out is way too invasive.
When people start acting on this type of music, that becomes the problem. Because listening to it is one thing, bro. But once you start trying to live that lifestyle and be this dude or be that girl and do all of this extra hot shit, it don't cause you to be a more productive member of society most of the time. It doesn't.
Hey, Greg just spoke to us, guys.
And we have this conversation all the time, y'all. People cannot separate it. People are literally what I would call brainwashed. Because anytime somebody want to debate with me about a celebrity, I literally will end it with they don't even know we exist.
Real talk, they don't even know you.
Yeah, but I do think, should we like move on to the other stuff we got to talk
Real talk. Hey, what's up, Greg? Yeah. Hey, Greg said, hey, y'all. What's up, Greg?
Greg said, family, what's going on, man? What's going on?
What's up, Greg?
So we got about 17, 18 minutes left almost. We didn't really touch on none of the lyrics, but I just wanted to say we talked about Biggie a couple of weeks ago. Y'all remember that Biggie song where that man said, "Girl, you look so good. You make me want to do this to your daddy, bro." Y'all remember that?
That was D shit. That was D shit. He was begging that shit the other day. When I came to his house, he was like, "Girl, you look so good." I said, "Oh my God."
Hey, but get the hell out of here.
I said, "Oh my God."
Nah, dog.
You know that. You got that CD. You got that album.
No,
Let me say that. He played that motherfucker on the record player.
When you got older, you started to realize, like, yo, what did he just say?
Yeah, but hey, come on, make it want to do it.
No, yeah, for real. When like TikTok has really made me become a lyric listener because it'll like go back and replace stuff, and you'll never know what was said. Like you'll be like, wait, what? They was saying that.
Yeah, you be right here singing that shit. It's kind of like that dude that Kevin, you sing that song. I want to that pony song. What it is?
Jump on it.
No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Yeah, Old Town Road. He know it. There you go.
I'm all the way in the 1990s.
Yeah, it's a 112 song that somebody broke the lyrics down to on TikTok. And dude was talking about having a threesome and basically kicking his wife out the threesome. I said, and these lyrics sound so good. We be singing them all the time. My favorite.
What?
That's when R&B sounded like something to sing to them.
The same thing that he was like, Carl Thomas, and I wish I never met her.
Yeah, hey.
Is her husband for him.
Hey, I'd rather lead in the cheek. Hey, don't forget my boy. Me
and Mrs. Jones.
Hey, my boy, stand up in it. Y'all remember that one?
What?
Hey, Theotis. He used to say stand up in it. Everybody.
Oh. Nah, I ain't that old.
My bad. I threw you off there, huh? My bad.
Hey, but y'all remember me and Mrs. Jones now?
Me.
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Hey.
I was listening to that today in the car.
Hey, he don't told Mr. Jones that he fucking a what? Come on.
Come
on now.
Hey, going on.
Hey. Man, Kenyatta had brought up on one of the shows because y'all know I am not a big Sexy Red fan. To the core, I am not a Sexy Red fan.
I love it for me, the adults, because I got common sense. I hate it for the kids.
Bruh, and I ain't gonna get too deep into it because I can talk about it all night. But how about she go to perform at a school and they turn her around? So she performs in the parking lot. For the kids.
I know who proved her or sent her the okay to come. They've got fired like a motherfucker. Because what they bring to a school? Like a coochie check. That's all she's been talking about lately is getting her coochie checked. And it's like, I don't really think
like you want that coochie if she gotta get a check. Come on.
Yeah, like I just don't really think that you're a very positive role model for children.
Come on, Kenyatta. Come through, Kenyatta.
That's because all in my booty hole is.
I don't understand why she would be at a school. Why would you even invite a person who speaks lyrics like that to a school? It's
the word of the day. What's the word of the day?
Like, it's giving you got what you asked for. It's giving you got what you booked.
Yeah, it's.
Hey, they didn't do wrong like, Jordan by kicking out. They didn't.
WMD. What would Maryville do? And Maryville would have been like, y'all got us fucked up.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
Let the radio station come to our school. So it's just real weird. I can't. Speaking of schools, let's talk about this teacher that's been going viral for getting his hair unbraided in class.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. Y'all know I got the video for it. Y'all know I got.
Let's go play the video.
Let me pull them up.
Most of them follow me on social media and always talk about my videos with their kids. They always tell me.
Hold on, my bad. That's the wrong video. I got the
students from my class, but let's go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we? Last Friday, 10 minutes before dismissal time, I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out. There was quite the discourse in the chat, which had people saying this was inappropriate and other people saying this was completely fine. There was nothing wrong with what I was doing, and people were just making it weird. So of course I had to bring this issue to the big stage. I would like to represent myself in this case, Your Honor,
Alright, you can
if I
cut the
may.
video now.
Number one, for a little context.
I got the whole video now.
Hey, I see both sides though. I see both sides. Hey,
I'm gonna do my piece first, and I'm gonna let y'all go because I
okay.
just feel I can see how this could go both ways, but having experience in the classroom, I see the more positive side instead of the negative parent side that never goes into a classroom to see how kids interact with teachers on a regular. So, do I feel like he should have recorded it? No. Number one, fuck up. Never record it like that because then you leave it to the world to interpret what it is that you're doing it if you're doing it in a good light.
But it don't look like he recorded. It looked like one of the students, man.
Hey, personally,
his TikTok, he has content with his students. Like he promotes like bonding in the classroom, and like he shows like him having scrimmages with his male students and stuff like that, like football, all types of stuff. So this was an instance where like he has braids. They always ask to do his hair. Like if they got free time to finish their test, finish their work, it's time for dismissal. They'll be like, "Can we do your hair? Can we do your hair?" Now, when I was subbing 5th and 6th grade, these little girls always wanted to do my hair. And I used to be like, no, like, you don't have time, you need to finish your work, etc. But we just want to play your hair. Can we brush it? Can we braid it? And I used to be like, no. Even the little gay boys wanted to comb my hair. And I felt, no, you're not going to comb. One, I got tracks in my head, so no. But me seeing, like, my mom has been a teacher for so long. So even kids, when she was teaching 5th grade, those kids try to get very personal with the teachers. Now, it's boundaries to certain things, but I look at it as if girls were taking down a female teacher's hair, nobody would have blacked the eye because they would have just felt like, oh, she's bonding with those black girls. Okay, cool, great. But because it's a black male and it's a bunch of girls around him, it's automatically sexualized. We just sexualize taking down hair.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Kiana. Hey, that's the problem of it. I see the positive side and I see the negative side. It ain't never
expose the kids to on social media on your personal account. I don't agree with that. Keep that shit to yourselves. Or if you're trying to like build a report as far as like, hey, let's promote bonding in the classroom, etc. This is what I do with my kids. Great, but I don't see the point in putting your kids on TikTok, especially he has parent consent, but still, I don't see the point.
Hey, Jordan, I want to ask you a question. You pull up your TikTok and you see your daughter playing in her teacher's hair. How you react?
Man, you know what, bro? I would probably put my daughter into like a predicament where I'd be like, you know what? Nah, we're not doing this. I mean, me personally on the whole situation, I think that it is a good thing that students can have a bond with their teacher to the point where they could do something like this. Number one, I don't think everything needs to be on social media, like he had said. This could have happened without it being broadcast to the public, and it would have been fine. But I think that because we have social media, the glorification and the clout chasing nowadays is just like, why did you post this? Did you post this because you wanted to show people that you have a good bond with your students? Did you post this for clout? Like, what is this about? But on the other side, I was going to say on the other side, I got hair. So based on the circumstances, because I watched the whole video, he had a hair appointment, didn't get a chance to take it down. There was media presence at the school, so he had to leave it up. Me personally, if I got a hair appointment and I need some help taking down my hair, hey.
And I was going to ask you that, Jordan, because you have hair, don't you have people be like when you first start growing your hair out, like, let me braid your hair, let me braid your locks together, or I feel like if you was a teacher in the classroom, you will always have, especially if girls is doing that to each other in the classroom, like you braiding your friends' braids down, or y'all doing each other hair in class because y'all got free time. Because you have hair and you're a likable person and you're a teacher that kids gravitate to, they off rip finna come ask you, can they do something? Like, let me braid your hair, let me redo your braids on your locks or something. And either you're gonna tell them no, or you can be like, go ahead while you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, because they're gonna get on your nerves anyway. Most teachers just really do not care to be hard asses with their students. And most of them have bonds with their parents too. So their parents don't feel offended. But I don't know. To me, I just be feeling like parents be worried about the wrong shit. Y'all
I don't think school the time or place though.
I'm gonna say something, and I'm interject on a few different levels because I got a few different feelings about the topic. For one, I was an actual teacher for 2 years. I taught special ed class, and I taught 9th and 10th grade reading. It is definitely a time and a place for everything, and there are boundaries. And also, with me being the parent of a young lady who will one day grow into a teenager, there are certain boundaries as a parent, and this kind of bring me full circle to something I may have argued with Jordan about previously, but makes sense now. Preventative measures.
Come on now.
Facts.
Come through now, people.
Hold on. Because it's not always, I think what was happening was innocent. Right. I don't think it was anything wrong with what was happening. I think it was innocent. But let's not put ourselves in situations or predicaments where it can be either misconstrued or you can have somebody else outside of yourself get it misconstrued on the feeling that you're trying to portray. Right. So while what he could have been doing could have been innocent, let's not forget that we're dealing with hormonal teenage girls. And I'm not sexualizing the event or things that happen, but when I think about it as a grown woman, in reality, there are grown women who have a problem with their men going to get their hair braided or locked up by another woman because dealing with somebody's hair, if you're not a person who does hair, it's an intimate moment, especially between a man and a woman. And these are kids. Don't get me wrong; these are children. These are teenagers. I'm looking at them. I'm giving the age maybe between 13 and up. That's not a bad looking young man. That's not a bad looking teacher.
So if he was ugly, would this have been better?
It really. So you saying if he looked like D, it'd be better?
No. Because I'm gonna bring it full circle because it really doesn't matter. Because if he was ugly, it could have really even went the other way for parents because a lot of men who don't have that self-esteem and who are a little bit more on the ugly side, they may be a little bit more gravitated towards that type of thing. So I know because I have a daughter, I'm not a boy mom. I'm a girl mom, and I'm a girl, and I've been a teenager before, and I know what it looks like to look at a handsome young man and to be in his presence.
There you go.
To dwell in his presence as a teenager, even as a kid. So the boundaries he thought he might have set by doing that, they might not have taken on them boundaries. So we can't put the kids in that position of saying that's what they wanted to do and that's what was going on because we don't know. But let's take the preventative measures to make sure your kid and that man is not ever put in a predicament. If that was my child, and I seen the video of her taking out a man's hair, I wouldn't have been super perplexed. But my response would have been, get out that grown man head. You way too close for me, baby.
That ain't what I sent you to school for.
That is
not what I sent you to school for.
And I get. Hold on. Let me get my shit out because I didn't interrupt y'all. I worked as a counselor. I worked as an actual teacher on an emergency teaching license. I worked with students who are bipolar and have other therapeutic issues. You just never know. And as a teacher, you never want to put yourself in a position to be questioned.
Facts.
So if it's not an activity or after school commitment into where you need to be intimate with a kid like that, aka like a therapy class, a one-on-one session, you might just want to make sure that you're straying away from that because of the time that we live in, because things are sexualized. And I'm not saying I'm sexualizing the moment, but I'm just saying that's equivalent for me to telling my daughter, you're not to sit on no man's lap. You're not to be too close in a man's presence or his vicinity, especially if that's not somebody that I've entrusted you to be in their space. Now, school, I don't have a choice. I don't know if you got a sub. I don't know if you're going to teach.
Let me just stop you real quick because we almost at time. And
I'm just saying, I'm letting it go.
But I hear what you're saying. I don't believe that hair like taking down somebody's head, doing somebody's hair is extremely intimate. I mean, at least to me, when I get my hair retwisted, I don't think there's anything intimate about it. I think that this is a job that I'm paying somebody.
You wouldn't think that as a guy though, but I guarantee you, it's a lot of women that feel that way when their men gonna get their hair done by somebody other than them, and they might not express it, but that's kind of intimate moment and reverse back.
And then think about Jordan. If you go over to a attractive a woman house and she doing your hair, you sitting in between her. Come on, that's an empty. Like she said.
You don't. First of all, why are we talking about going to somebody's house to sit in between a woman?
Well, I'm just saying in general, getting your hair did. In general.
Hold on, nobody says sit in between nobody's leg. That's a point that you're bringing up. I'm just saying, period. That's the intimate sharing moment, a lot, especially in the Black community.
It's a service that's being provided. That's why I want us as Black people to start separating services.
No, that is, to be honest. It is a service being provided. Hold on, D, let me, because that is a service that is being provided. Hold on, but even as a woman, I share.
Hey, she's
involves the hair, greasing of the man's scalp, washing of the man's hair, sitting there and massaging of the scalp. Those are intimate. I'm just saying, I ain't
get a key. And what you're saying, you believe that it's an intimate act. I want us as people, and I'm saying us as Black folks, because you don't see no other race. White people do not go into the salon and think that this is an intimate.
They're not getting their hair braided and they scalp.
It don't matter if you get it
braided, texturized.
In the damn salon for hours. If you gotta go get your hair cut and get your hair clipped, layered, all types of shit, their shit is way longer than ours. They spend all day in the salon.
They're not longer than that.
And while we taking something that is a hygiene service and saying that it's an intimate because first of all, let's not say that social media don't have a say so in that, because you see music videos of niggas sitting between bitches' legs, getting their hair greased and all of that type of shit. But let's take a step into reality, and you know that that's a moment between a woman and her man at the time. But when you go out to the real world to get a service done by somebody that's not your man or woman, why would you correlate that to a romantic feeling?
So let me give you an example, and I'm gonna do it like this. Your 12, because that age range of girls I see might have been between 13 and 16.
Right.
Your 13-year-old daughter, she knows how to braid hair. She's good at braiding hair. This is a service she provides. Are you okay with her and not your supervision going to a man's house, schoolhouse, wherever, to braid his hair and none other of your supervision, and because that's her teacher?
What you're saying, but he got permission from those parents before they started even.
He got permission from every.
He got permission to record.
On the video that their parents were aware that they were taking down his hair, and a couple of those students that was taking down his hair actually do hair, and that's why he asked them to do it. So
I'm not going against your judgment, because like I said, I've been on both sides of the fences, so I know that there could be innocence in this, but I'm also knowing
it's being preventive, but it's a such thing as us piling our fears off on our kids, and then it makes them feel like, well, I wasn't feeling like that before, but like, damn, should I feel like that?
But if we don't have if we don't have fear, then there's no preventative measures. If we don't have fear, there's no preventative measures. If we're okay with everything,
hey, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
I love it, but hey, come on, y'all.
Hold on.
We put this ideology on children because you grease your man.
The children. I don't think it's being pushed on the children. I'm here talking about it. It's the adults. We gotta talk about that with the children later. That's different language.
Hey, let her have a moment. Go ahead, Yada.
I feel like as an adult, if you going braiding your man hair, and that make you get your rocks off, or you massaging his scalp in a sexual manner because that's how y'all get intimate, okay, cool. But to sit and be like, hey, you never grease a man's scalp because that's romantic, and they're gonna take it as that's that sounds absolutely fucking insane to me. And that's putting off on young women that they can't have regular life without everything being sexualized, because everything is sexualized, and we pawn it off on them. And it's like, you can be preventive with your child without exposing them to shit that adults do. Just because I sit here and I know that I do certain things to appease to my man. A child doing that very same
a child doing anything that an adult do to appease to their man is not correlating to me. That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, if you go grease somebody's scalp, I'm not saying that you trying to appease to this man because you grease his scalp. You got to grease his scalp to braid the shit. So am I going to prevent my daughter from having male clients? Like, oh, and let's talk about it in the sense that you might be in high school and you know these boys be getting their hair braided. They got froze, they got dreads, they got locks, etc. And you're in cosmetology. I was in cosmetology in high school, so I needed grades to do certain things. Me as a parent, I'm not restricting my daughter to only work with female clients to braid hair or to do locks, because most locks is with men, unless you're gonna find some women.
I get that. I'm just saying, because as a mother of a daughter, I'm just thinking, even if my daughter was 15 and hey mom, I have to get XYZ numbers off of my scoreboard to be able to graduate from cosmetology class. I got a few men that's coming by, I'm gonna do their locks. Me as a mama, I'm just being real. I'm not really trying to.
You do,
and I might be in a fucked up way, but I'm not trying to sexualize. But I'm gonna go sit in. I'm gonna go sit in and see what's going on.
And you should, because it's grown ass men and they're coming into your
and that's the grown ass men in the classroom. It's boundaries.
I'm not saying leave your kid with a grown ass man, but I'm not saying to have the assumption that these grown ass men trying to fuck your daughter because she got her hands in their head.
And if I don't assume that, who's gonna assume it for me? Besides they did.
Hey, hold on, y'all.
Or acting in the moment. So if something happened in that moment, okay, act on it. But to be like,
but that's what.
Hold on, y'all.
Hold on.
Like,
I'm gonna mute y'all. I'm muted them. Listen. I can't really talk
No. I like that shit. Let them argue.
Hey, let them go.
Because listen, they both saying the same thing 30 different times. So we gonna get to it. I get the fact that Nykiva is saying she wants to be protective over her daughter, and there's nothing wrong with that. But in the reality, what Kenyatta is saying, that in this video, there's nothing sexual about it. So for people to just automatically assume that there may be something afoot other than what we see in the video, and then you have this man talking through this video, letting you know, hey, this is the deal, this is what's going on. It was after hours, they were done with their work, their parents consented, and I needed some help. So even though the man was in a predicament where he needed some help, he could have needed some help taking some stuff to his car. He could have needed some help cleaning up the classroom, but because he needed some help doing his hair, we're drawing the line. But regardless, if the young ladies didn't want to do it, if they felt that it'd be a problem, if their parents instill values that said, okay, this is gonna make me uncomfortable, then they wouldn't have did.
But I see the innocent in it, Jordan. But it's just man, parents from the past seen guys before do these type of things, and that video that you seen, it's innocent. Don't get me wrong.
That's what I said. Everybody is not a predator. You know
but at the same time, having a daughter, you say it all the time. You got to protect your daughter. So of course. You got to look at and then you know as a parent how fast or hot that your daughter is. Because think about it, a lot of girls like older men.
It would be different if it was one young lady, but it was a group of young ladies.
That's what I don't want to make it about, because like I keep trying to say, I'm not over sexualizing the situation, because I've been there. I've worked with kids who have literal mental problems where they're okay with being in your space, but they want to be in your space too much where it's inappropriate. They don't even know it's inappropriate. Mm-hmm. So my context around what I'm trying to say is, he's not. I don't think that they're wrong. I think that that's a cool situation that he's able to interact with his kids like that, and the parents trust him enough. But for me, my first reaction as a parent, if I was not aware, if I was not contacted, and if I see this on social media, because this is not my kid, and I'm just watching, that is my, to be honest, first reaction. And it has nothing to do with that man, because he is, I think, in my opinion, being prejudged because he's decent looking. He's a black male. He's kind of buff. He's not out of shape. And there are other little black girls around him, which in our black culture, that's something that we do. Braiding and unbraiding hair and stuff like that. But
what you're saying,
I'm just really giving my honest opinion of if that was my baby and my first look.
If you didn't have like the context behind it,
if that was my first look at things, I'd be like, babe,
so
get your hands out that grown man head.
He gave context in the video. So and it's the same thing that I said about the whole like Drake and Kendrick thing. Social media is very dangerous. Somebody could sit there and explain the do's, don'ts, and whys behind why they did something, and it's still left to everybody else's interpretation. But for us to automatically go to the negative when he said nothing negative in the video, nothing negative was done, etc., but being crucified.
You
got teachers that literally be in kids' heads all the time reporting on.
No, you're 100% right, and I'm just trying to reiterate that I'm not crucifying him. I'm just giving y'all perspective on the outside looking in, what I would think if I were just to watch it without context. I know context, but for the sake of us being on the podcast, I have to give y'all my informative thinking if I didn't have the background context. But as a mother of a daughter, that's how I would feel. But I do know that it's also important to have male figures in little girls' life that may not have males, or may not have a daddy, or may not have figures. But if you don't have that context, and you don't have that relationship built, and we don't always know that what we're being told on the internet is real. Just because he did a voiceover doesn't mean that's what really happened.
But then we
for me,
hold on, Nike. Let Kenyatta get a word in.
We also do overly give our opinion on people that have real lives and real jobs that can be damning. So most of the time people go straight for the jugular, and it can end up sabotaging somebody's life on something innocent that they posted. So all it means is that people cannot post positive things because they can be turned to be wicked. And now like the man's job is at risk and some more shit. I will say
I don't agree with his job being at risk.
His job is at risk right now.
I don't agree with that. I mean, I wish it wasn't.
I don't think that this, again, Kenyatta, like you said, and like I agree with you, this could have been done without being on social media.
Exactly.
That's the bottom line.
I want to add this small tidbit about how kids relate to educators. If he did not already have said bond with these kids and their parents, this would not have been done. You've seen teachers that literally don't even know kids besides knowing their name, and they teach them every single day, but they have no type of bond with them whatsoever. So it's like people was acting like this was a one-off situation that he just gathered some random girls out the hallway and asked them to take down his hair. You could tell these are girls that he interacts with all the time. If you went through his TikTok, he has kids that he interacts with all the time. He don't show his entire class because maybe some people are uncomfortable with their kids being put on social media. But you could tell the different kids that he does have a bond with outside in the classroom, and maybe even outside the classroom. And speaking for my mom being an educator for 20 plus years, bro, my mama still got kids that have called her because they had babies and invited her to their weddings. Like still has those type of relationships and bonds with those kids. Some of them may have thought that they was inappropriate in the sense that they want to come over our house. They want to do all types of stuff. My mama set those boundaries. Like, no, you can't come over to our house. But she established other ways to form bonds with her kids inside of the school. And that was talking to their parents all the time. The parents would invite them to their birthday parties, or the parents would invite them to their choir concerts. She showed up to band rehearsals, stuff like that. And in today's time, people would think that stuff is weird if a male did that. Like if a male shows up to a female student's choir concert, they think that that's weird. And it's like, why is that weird? Because he's of the opposite sex?
Yeah. I agree, because I don't think that's weird, because coming from somebody who had an inactive father and majority of my adolescent life, I had other men that showed up for me other ways. I had men that showed up to prom for me, men that showed up to dances for me, men that showed up to put a corsages or whatever it's called on my hands when I didn't have other people to do that. But as figures, we definitely have to give every different side of the of the perspective. And I do think that me being the mother of a girl and you being the mother of a boy, I do think it changes perspective. I know you may not think that, but it do changes. And also, like with your mom being an educator, I know you've lived that life, but I was also 35 years an educator where I have kids of my own that also tried to cross boundaries with me. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong because I do think that it's certain kids that need that level of love, understanding, comfort, and accessibility. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I'm thinking, for one, it should not be recorded, like y'all said, because that such an intimate moment that wasn't intimate in a bad way can be misconstrued by the world. And being a girl mom, that's the first thing I'm thinking. My baby don't have no parts of having her hands in no male's head that I don't know that ain't gave me permission. But now that I know he talked to those parents, he's got permission. They are in. They're not in. They're in there by servitude. They're not in there because I just want to play this man head and he my teacher. But their parents know it's after hours, work is done. That gives me a little different kind of context. But looking in on the outside, looking in, just like our listeners, that's what I would think.
I want to hold up.
We going way up.
We didn't went too far. You seen the topic going too far? That's us. We didn't go too far. We've been on this for about 15 minutes straight. So I ain't got no issue. So we're gonna wrap this up. Okay. We're gonna wrap it up. Kenyatta, you got something else to say? You got one more thing? You got 30 seconds.
Okay, 30 seconds, Kenyatta.
She's right in the sense that I do think of it different because I have a son. So it is more on the scary spectrum for me, because with Black men, we automatically go towards the negative instead of thinking that something could be positive. So they're automatically guilty until they prove that it was innocent in any type of correlation in life. And so for me to have to possibly deal with that in the future is very scary. Mm-hmm. Also, too, I would like to point out that a lot of these, if we look at even most recent situations or run-ins with students and teachers, are actually white women.
All right, we had time.
All right, guys. It's been another episode of
What about me?
Hold up. No. We ain't going further. We ain't going no further.
How y'all gonna get her 30 seconds and not give me 30 seconds?
You had to 30 right before I did.
25 seconds.
25 seconds before we close out. Go ahead.
All right. So all I'm trying to say is, Kenyatta, I actually do agree with you, but I want to give you guys a different perspective of me looking in, because when I read it online, I didn't see that same context of what I seen when I got on our group chats and when I got on here and seeing. But from the Black culture and from perspective, I raised my daughter not to sit in no man's lap or being too invasive into his space of somebody that I don't know, that I haven't vetted, or your father is not okay with you being in that circumstance.
And that's time. That's time right there. We gave you 25.
Man, it's the short show.
But hold up. I got a couple of things that I wanted to
We got time, right?
Yeah, but y'all took it away. So first off, man, we had I had an update on Glorilla, man. Y'all know she got arrested. We played this back on a couple videos ago.
Got arrested.
So I thought Glorilla was gonna be cool. She only did, I think, 2 days or maybe a day in lockup, but they really pressed after her. And I'll update y'all some more on another show. But just know they out to get Glow. Another thing, man, y'all put in the chat, we didn't even talk about Jim Jones, bro. Look at this.
I'm all right. Give me a second. I gotta get dressed for this party, man. I'll be right with y'all. Promise you.
So that's him. That's him before we play the next video. Hold on.
Damn.
Nah, we can't really see what's what. I don't know how the altercation started, but
I love that video.
I hope Jim Jones all right, man.
No, Jim Jones all right. Check on the bear. That nigga
gone. Help the bear. That's what they needed to.
Hey, and then y'all sent this other shit to me, and it was very strange. But I don't know, man. We're gonna touch on this a little bit, then we're gonna wrap it up. So this is Christian, however you say her name, man. And she's around her siblings, I guess, in a bra and panties or whatnot. And a lot of people were saying, should you be dressing around your siblings like this?
Nope.
Now, okay, so let's talk about just different dynamics. Like, everybody don't sexualize everything. So some people are that close that, like, they'll walk out their room in their bra and panties. I would literally be, like, at a friend's house, and that's just how they are. Like, they're very comfortable. But it was a house full of women, so you around your sister and nothing but your bra and panties. Now, I didn't see niggas walk around in their drawers and no shirt. What's the difference? Like, you not looking at me like that?
And neither one of them okay to me. Yeah. To me, if you're gonna be in the house with your siblings, bro, you don't know if your siblings is comfortable with that, either party. And this thing, it's not even like we gonna sexualize this. It's a respect type of thing. Yo, put some fucking clothes on.
Put some fucking clothes on.
House, and she the breadwinner. She ain't nobody finna tell her to go put no clothes on. And if they did feel uncomfortable, they probably would have said something before she got on live. They literally they didn't move, they didn't get out the frame, they sitting up rolling up, watch she walk around in her robe with her bra and panties on.
Okay.
So y'all walk around with y'all bra and panties around y'all brother?
No, I gotta whatever. So number one, I do think it depends on the relationship. I met somebody recently within the last year who always was naked around their siblings. And it's this thing on TikTok and on Facebook called Naked Moms. They was naked around their siblings, their moms, and their parents.
I can't stand naked moms.
And wasn't a big deal. Number two, she had on a robe on top of it. So I don't think that her intentions was to just be like, oh, here I am. I think that might just be her and her intentions came out. But what would be the difference? She had on a bathing suit. Number two, there is a difference with respect, and I agree with Jordan. Me personally, I didn't grow up. I only grew up with my sister, but I have another sibling who I didn't grow up with who was a male. I probably would never walk around with him with my bra and panties on. But my best friend that I've been around since I was in second grade, who I look at as a brother, I would definitely walk around with my bra and panties on, and I would not think twice about it. But not like consciously, like I'm just in my bra and panties, but like if I'm running upstairs to downstairs, the bathroom to the laundry room, something like that, I'm not just like prancing. But we don't know the circumstances in which people grew up and what they decided and they deemed okay.
I got two sisters, a younger sister and an older sister, and the way my father set up, bro, I'm pretty sure that both of them know that they can't walk around me and my other brother with bras and panties
on. But y'all also wasn't raised around each other either.
But regardless, to me the respect factor,
it's not a regardless though, Jordan. When you wasn't raised around
what I'm telling you is, from a man's standpoint, and I'm pretty sure Dika understand this as well. I don't want to see you like that, bro. I don't want to see you in your bra and panties and shit. I just don't.
With your bird chest either, but here we are.
But what I'm saying to you is, I don't think men should be walking around exposed around women either. This ain't just a women problem. We brought this up because Krishan is in the photos and she's a woman. But if you got siblings, bro, my opinion is you should have some clothes on when you're around your siblings. Just like if Kenyatta, if your father came by your house, you wouldn't be in that type of garment.
But that's my dad though. And what I'm saying is that your bond with your siblings is a little different. Like Kiva said, you're not just walking, like she's super comfortable in front of her brothers.
She's not prancing. She has a robe on top of what she has on.
I get that, but if my sisters know I'm in the room, why dress like that? Why go put on clothes? Go put on clothes. You know I'm in the house, go put on clothes.
But this is my fucking house. If you don't want to be around me in my bra and panties, get the fuck out. Like that's her crib.
Don't invite me to your house if you ain't got on clothes.
D and Jordan, I realize what y'all mean, because so I was a kid at a young age. I was not close to my grandmother. I was close to my grandfather. I slept in the bed with him until maybe age like 9. I was told I can't sleep over there no more in the bed. I didn't know why, but I was just like, okay, you gotta go in the other room. I didn't know why. I'm just like, okay, whatever. It's a respect thing. I get that. At a certain age, you can't be prancing around the XYZ because that's just what it should be. But correlate what y'all saying to what I was saying to the previous thing. Are we over sexualizing like a sibling relationship, or are we just putting respect on it? Because
I don't think that your siblings should be exposed to your nudity. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. If I'm coming over my sister in them house and I'm coming to just party and kicking and whatever, maybe they finna get the cooking. to me, it's respectful if you have on.
But what about a bathing suit?
But
what
if we at the beach or we at the pool, I guess I could be lenient.
I gotta accept that we at a beach.
In environments, we talking about some hood ass shit right now. We're not talking about like how we live and we're politically correct and we do stuff the right way. We talk about some real hood ass shit. They don't give a fuck about this small stuff. Like we're talking about Kershawn. She is literally an athlete who wears like Nike, the compression shorts that come up to her coochie and some more shit and sports bras around her brothers and shit. She is a dude. They do not give a damn about that girl walking around her bra and panties. What I will say too is that's like seeing your sister in a swimsuit. I'm not gonna put on a one-piece swimsuit because you don't want to see me in a two-piece. Like,
well, how do we feel about the fact that Kershawn has made allegations against her siblings about the fact that they have inappropriately dealt with her,
and then she around them in her panties and bra?
Yeah,
bruh, a swimsuit is one thing, but think about it's a time and a place for a swimsuit. Just like it's a time
I hear you, Jordan.
To be
but what do we think about that, y'all? You know what I'm saying? Like, she has accused I think at least two. Don't give me to quote them, but I know Tasiki for sure, and I think one of her male siblings of touching her inappropriately, and then being around them in that aspect. So, like, what do we think about that?
Bro, I just said.
No, I hear you, Jordan. I was asking Kenyatta as a woman point of view because I heard you.
You said, can you repeat the question one more time?
No, I'm just saying. I know, just listening from Kershawn, she has accused not only Tasiki but one of her male brothers. We don't know which one of inappropriately touching her as a child, a teen, or adolescent, whatever. And then being around them in that type of dress. Do you think that?
I will say, y'all know how I feel about Kershawn, and I don't want to come at it in a very sensitive way because I don't know what's true and what's not true. But I will say is that I never believe anything that comes out the girl's mouth because 10 times out of 10 she's intoxicated or she didn't had a lot of trauma. So I kind of just empathize with whatever she says, but do I necessarily know? If that indeed did happen, but again, I don't care what other people do in their household. If you want to walk around your bra and panties and the people that's in your house is okay with it, why the fuck do I care?
Yeah.
Why do I care?
I'm not tripping. I don't think if I was simple, I would be tripping. But I know, like, my sister that's 19, she's totally different from me as far as personality wise. And when she sees me come out the bathroom and like even my friends, I'm gonna be like open. My friends, they always talk shit because like I'm the naked friend. Like I really don't give a fuck. Like my immediate friends, y'all done seen me since I was probably like 13 naked. Like I'm not tripping. But they always like, girl, put on some clothes. And my sister is like, okay, weirdo. But she's not like mad, but she's like, okay, you're a weirdo. And I'm like, all right, that makes me want to put on clothes or whatever around them. But I get it, like, if that's the circumstances that she grew up in and they're not tripping, it's like, who are we to trip if that's what they do?
Let's close out, man. Let's give our final arguments. We're gonna wrap it up. We're at an hour and a half almost. You know the listeners tired of us. They wrap it up. Go ahead. What you got, Kenyatta, man?
I don't have nothing.
Hold on. My friend is in the chat. She said I was way with 5 brothers in the household, and I'll never walk around like that.
Come on, man. Paul, let him come through.
Relax. We only I'm not walking around my brother in my bra and panties. I don't have a reason to. Like I said, if I'm running from the bedroom to the bathroom because I need to grab something, I might run out, but I'm trying to like cover myself up. Or I might have a t-shirt on and I have my boy shorts on. But I don't see in doing it. But I also feel like clearly they didn't have an issue with it.
And that was at my exact sentiments. That's what I said. Like, it's different if you're running from the laundry room to the bedroom or whatever like that. But I do feel like Kershawn has a robe on, and we could have caught her where the robe was just open. We don't know if she's actively like, taunting or walking around like that because we don't know. It's social.
Perfect example. Jordan was at my house a couple weeks ago. I normally walk out my room. Hey, it is what it is. But I got people in my house. You know what I'm saying? So I'm dressed appropriately. You got people in your house, man.
We was raised like that though. Some people not raised like that. Some people feel like it's my house, and if you don't want to see me like that, then leave.
But that's what I'm saying. I think that to me, it's very disrespectful for me to display nudity of my body around people who may not be comfortable with.
I have an example though.
I agree, Jordan.
An example. Y'all remember when we was talking about, it was that subject of if I have guests in my house, I'm still gonna go fuck my man. I don't care if you're here or not. If you don't want to hear, you can leave. I feel like that's inappropriate. If I got guests in my house, I'm gonna go without it for the night because I don't want my guests to hear me fucking just because this is my house. Like
like stage talker.
I could fuck if I'm gonna fuck in my house. I don't give a fuck if you hear it or not, and you hear it.
Hey,
fuck you. Then if I'm however I feel like it's that way because I'm already. Y'all can envision.
We finna wrap this up, man.
Okay. Everybody give their last sentiments. My last sentiments is that as far as with the men in the cornrows, my baby, I'm not with her touching no grown man head all up in his hair, greasing his scalp, doing the cornrows in the classroom, outside the classroom, my permission, not my permission. It's just giving too much for me. As far as with the nudity in front of your siblings, to each is its own. I don't have siblings like that. I have a sibling that's a sister, and she's already weird about me walking around in my bra. So I'm really not doing it, but to each is its own. As far as everything else, I think that's all we really got to.
Let me stop you right there, Nakiba. All right, so Kenyatta, man, go ahead.
I don't have any final thoughts. This was a great show. It's good to be back. I missed you guys.
I love you.
Me personally, man, I think it was innocent. Hey, dude, I hope nothing happened to the dude. It's really innocent.
I hope he don't get fired.
But I get the situation, you know what I'm saying?
Man, listen, like D said, bro, I don't think I would feel as comfortable as other parents with my child. But I think that there's certain values in your children that you got to instill. Like, yo, and two, we don't know the relationship with this man and the parents, because if they think that he's a really down-to-earth teacher and he's been good to their kids and they've thrived in his classroom and environment, then okay, that's one thing. But the second thing is, if I need some help taking down my hair, or my stylist is going to charge me extra, listen.
Anybody?
Listen, I need some help. And as far as walking around in the nude around my siblings, I'm not doing that. I don't want to be nude around nobody who ain't really like my spouse. You know what I'm saying? Like, who, if I ain't trying to get busy with you, why am I in my bra? Well, I said bra. But why am I not fully clothed, bro? Like, what's going on here? And secondly, it's if I don't know about the allegations because I ain't never heard that. But if her siblings have been inappropriate with her at some point, there's no way that you could justify being in this type of clothing around them, knowing that they have a past or a record of being inappropriate towards you. That's ridiculous.
That was my big standpoint, because she has one on record saying that a sibling or more than one has been inappropriate with her. So we don't know who, and that's why I said to each is his own. I wouldn't, and we don't know who. But I just felt like that was like kind of like a lot for me. If these are the same people that you're claiming had did something inappropriate with you, like, let's make sure that we're protecting ourselves. I'm gonna say something before you wrap it up, Jordan. If y'all in the chat, y'all need to be sharing what's going on right now. If y'all in the chat, y'all need to share it.
You have a chance to win a gift card if you like, share, and follow the D-Star's Facebook page. Hey guys, it's been another episode of D-Start Show, and guys, we out.
We out.
Come on, man, we out.
T-shirts and your panties on.